Good evening, I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan. Thanks for joining us tonight for What's Next. We're starting tonight with a conversation with Emily Longnecker. She spoke to a mother in Columbus who had a daughter pass away at a bus stop crash, and a man has been arrested, and there are some concerns about whether or not that man's going to be staying in prison. Emily, this had to be a pretty tough conversation with this grieving mother.
I mean, it was so difficult, Anne. Terry Burbrink just laid her daughter to rest yesterday, her 16-year-old beautiful daughter, Lily Strebel. And she is a mother grieving, and adding to that, compounding that grief, is the knowledge that the man investigators say hit her daughter at the school bus stop. Well, he now qualifies to post bail. Court records show that he can post $50,000 bail and be out. At last check, he had not done that, but this mother is grief-stricken to think that he could walk free. And her concern is that, he was involved, investigators say, in a hit and run. Investigators and witnesses say he hit this young woman at the school bus stop and then did not stop himself. And her concern is that if he was, allegedly willing to do that, then, will he run again? So she, wanted to talk about that. She wanted to talk about her daughter and all the hopes and dreams she had for her child. And she wanted to talk about the fact that her child was hit at the bus stop right out in front of the family farm. So this young woman would walk down the country lane every day. She would stop at her grandmother's house and have coffee, and then she would go wait for the school bus. So her grandmother was the last person to see her alive and to speak with her. So some real intimate details of just a family in great, great grief, truly.
Yeah. Okay, Emily, thanks. That story's coming up tonight on 13 News at 11. Thank you. In the meantime, it is Friday night, and it's a holiday weekend. It is. And so many people have got plans and things that they want to do, and of course the weather is a key factor to that.
Yeah, and so far so good. I popped out during my dinner break, and there were a few sprinkles out there. And it's really going to be that kind of activity, not a downpour all day tomorrow, but plan accordingly. There will be some off and on showers and maybe a rumble of thunder in that Saturday forecast. And don't worry, this isn't how the whole holiday weekend's going to go. We've got sunshine back for Sunday and Monday. This is live Doppler 13 radar. Not very organized, but you can see these pockets of showers. Very light precipitation, no lightning associated with that. Future Track 13 showing that will continue overnight. And as we kick off our Saturday, some of the steadier rain forecast to develop during the afternoon hours. So this is midday, and Future Track 13 will then take us into the afternoon and early evening hours. I still think Future Track 13 might be overdoing the coverage just a little bit. The best chance for the steadier rain will be across the southern half of the state, but just stay weather aware. There will be some off and on showers in that Saturday forecast, and with mainly cloudy skies around, temperatures are going to be kept on the cooler side, somewhere between 70 and 75. But you'll also notice we really start to clear things out by the time we reach Sunday, and we've got sunshine in the Labor Day forecast. So most of the day, because of the cloud cover, will be spent in the 60s, eventual highs 70 to 75, provided we can get a little bit of sunshine. And best advice for outdoor plans, just check the radar and be prepared for them to be interrupted a little bit tomorrow. Maybe make your bigger outdoor plans for Sunday and Monday.
Okay, but the Purdue Boilermakers are in action tomorrow night.
Yes, I had my friend text me. She's like, please, I don't want it to rain. We have 10 families going up. They're tailgating before.
Oh, fun.
It's not going to be a washout. I would prepare for a few sprinkles, a stray shower, but that's about it. Otherwise, just follow us all weekend. We'll keep you updated.
Yeah, and that's at Ross-Ade Stadium at 7 o'clock. They're hosting Oregon State for that. There's also a concert downtown.
Oh.
Okay, just guess the TCU Amphitheater tomorrow night.
TCU Amphitheater.
6:30 p.m.
Oh, so it's an early show.
Yeah, Flogging Molly.
I have heard of them. Are they an older band?
Then, I don't know. You're ahead of me. I think
I've heard of them.
Yes.
Anybody out there heard of Flogging Molly?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's one of the best Celtic rock bands ever, according to our fabulous director, Thaddeus.
What would we do without Thaddeus? People
Thank you,
that
Thaddeus.
watch us regularly on Facebook Live know who Thaddeus is. So
He's the one who knows what's going on.
does.
I do know that Brothers Osborne is playing there tonight, and I saw
nice.
some pictures on Twitter. Boy, that just looks like a wonderful venue. I have not been there yet.
We got to see Counting Crows out there a couple of weeks ago, and it is spectacular. It's one of my favorite views back toward the city.
Right, the
and you're
skyline.
near the river, and it's great out there. And they've obviously made some big improvements out at the TCU amphitheater. So.
Okay, so another thing to do outside, this is something that's really interesting. I don't know if you saw our news earlier tonight, but we were showing you these beautiful sunflower fields that are out at Conner Prairie. Well, what they're hosting tomorrow is something really novel. It's this pop-up wedding at Conner Prairie. So you can go tomorrow through Monday. So if the forecast tomorrow isn't your thing, or if you're just, you've been thinking
Sunday,
about
Monday.
yeah, you could go Sunday or Monday. So this is what's included. You get a 2-hour celebration. You can have up to 50 guests. It's all inclusive. It includes your officiant, a photographer with 45 digital images included.
Wow.
A live musician, cupcakes, a sparkling wine toast for all your guests, restrooms on site as we look at this beautiful drone view from above.
Oh, I love the
And the
drone.
price?
How much?
$1,900.
That's not half bad.
Sold. I just was
You
the
had
mother
it-
of the bride.
you had
in
a
June.
wedding.
$1,900 for 50 people. We had 70 people,
And it was a bit more than $1,900.
It's a tad bit more than that. And the other thing is that they have these indoor building spaces too, so they do have this weather contingency available option as well.
But if you could be out among the sunflowers, the Drone Cam 13 shows how spectacular it is.
Yeah.
So that's great.
So pop-up wedding this
There you-
weekend. If you
could
want to do
be,
it, go out to
yeah.
Conner Prairie.
Hey,
Any comments today?
Yeah, we've got Amber checking in from Greenfield. Monica, one of our regulars in Lafayette. Let's see, Teresa, also a regular, so hello to you. Dan from Lafayette always sends fantastic sunset pictures.
Yeah.
So he's a great follow too on social media. Glenn checking in. Annie from Batesville. And we're getting a few, we talked about the Boilermakers, so we're getting a few Go Boilermakers and Boiler Up, so we're happy about that. Renita checking in, also one of our regulars, and she loves the sunflowers. I'm with you, Renita.
I do too.
And then a few chiming in too about our heavy story of today that we will be leading the 11 o'clock with. And I happened to see another video on Facebook. It was either yesterday or the day before. Somebody caught somebody else going around a bus stop arm. And you just can't do that.
No.
You can't do that unless it is separated, like unless you're on an interstate and it is separated by a barrier, you have to stop. Even if it's 4 lanes across, you still have to stop.
That's right, and we looked into the numbers, and it's something like 2,000 violations. So either
That's a
people,
lot. That's a lot.
yeah, they're not following it, or they're not aware of the law. So we want to help educate about that. And the other big tragic story that we're talking about today is this police action, or this police chase that ended with. There were 2 young people that had passed away. There was a 14-year-old driver in Lawrence that had a 13-year-old passenger in the front seat, and then 4 other young people in the back seat, ages 12 to 16. And there was a chase from Lawrence across 38th Street up 65, headed to Boone County, and then the Lawrence police called off the chase, but that car went on speeding, sometimes going up to 90 miles an hour, crashed in a tree in Boone County, and these 2 young people died, and the 4 young people that were in the back seat were taken to the hospital. We don't have identities or any status condition of their updates, but
families, lots of families suffering with
Grieving.
6 people in that vehicle.
That's right. That's right. And it is a holiday weekend, so
Be
just
careful out there.
absolutely. And certainly if people are going to be on different schedules and drinking and driving and everything, you've got young
do
people.
that.
Yeah, and I don't know why a 14-year-old was driving a vehicle at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No.
There's a lot about that that's sad and sounds wrong.
But yes, and you mentioned people out on the roads, no drinking and driving. You have to remember that too with boats. It is going to be warm enough for summertime activities. No, it's not going to be in the 90s, but I have a feeling our reservoirs and our other waterways will be busy. Can't drink and boat either, and just some extra caution because there's going to be lots of people out. I noticed it just today. It seems lots of people were on the roads.
Really?
It was busy.
Yeah,
Like
they're out and about.
out and about. I had to make a stop on my dinner break, and the interstate was packed.
Right.
Packed full of people.
Yeah,
so
everyone's
just be
going
careful.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know, we did have a tragedy on Geist Reservoir last weekend. It's the second of the summer, and so you know, really do be careful if you're out in a boat, and just make sure you've got people in the water. If you're going in the water, if you're going to be going kayaking, or if you're going to be out on a paddle board or anything like that, that you do wear a life jacket. When we have people that are passing away because they're out on the river and they were on a canoe or they were on a paddle board or something like that, it's always, and they were not wearing a life jacket. So, you know, throw it on. It's not going to be so incredibly hot, and it really could make the difference.
I agree.
We want you to be here. We want you to be all the things that you're meant to be and live the life you're meant to have. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching tonight. And we'll be on 13 News at 11. Scott is off tonight. He's visiting with his family, but he'll be back here on Monday. See you later.